My name is Dr Dominic Cooper. I'm here today and trying to explain to you the concept of safety culture for SHP Online. When we take the concept of safety culture, there are actually 51 definitions of safety culture, and there's probably 2 models of safety culture. The model that I use and I found extremely useful to actually improve safety is what we call reciprocal determinism, and it has 3 elements. We have a thinking and feeling component. How do we think and feel about safety? Some of you may know that as hearts and minds. Then we have a behavioural component. What do people actually do on a day-to-day basis to improve safety? And then we have what we call the situational element. Some people call it the physical environment, but it's actually wider than that. It could go into management systems. It could be to do with the way that you interact with your boss and some of the other things. You may be a contractor, you go to a different site and you have to operate under different rules. So those 3 things interact every minute of the day. So if you drive a vehicle, you're driving down the road and the traffic light changes to red, what do? You perceive that the lights have turned to red, so you slow down, you brake, so that's your behaviour. And the reason that you've done that is the situation has changed because the lights turned to red from green. So that link where the situation to behaviour, if you change the situation, you change behaviour. So for safety, how do we use that in safety? Well, we optimise the situation to optimise behaviour. And we actually don't worry too much about the psychology, because when people change their behaviour, then over time they automatically adjust their values, attitudes and beliefs to fit with the behaviour they're engaging in. So if you optimise the situation for safety and you make safety a core activity, a core corporate atmosphere, safe production is the #1 priority, and if you live that, breathe that every single day and you're consistent with it, then people will react and you will change their behaviour. Over time, then that will change the values, beliefs and attitudes for the whole group, so you're resetting the group norm. If you do that in every department and every part of your business or your company, then eventually your safety culture spirals up. We have a business process model. So we have inputs, we have a transformational process, we have outputs and we have a product. So all of these things we can manipulate safety culture, we can engineer a safety culture. So how do we do that? Well, we take one ingredient is the hearts and minds. We put that in our mixing bowl, our transformation process. Then we take our daily behaviour and we put that in. Then we take our situation and we put that in. And then we take leadership. So my pen is leadership. How well leadership focuses effort on improving safety and mixing these 3 ingredients will help determine the quality of my safety culture. It's like making a souffle. The better you mix it, the better the souffle is at the end of the day. So that gives us our safety culture. Your safety culture, every company has one. The trick is knowing, is it good, is it bad, or is it indifferent? What have you got? Because you've all got one. Well, one way that you can determine it, and I found, is that if we look at the product of safety culture, which is what the HSE definition actually talks about, the product of all these various things, it's that observable degree of effort by which everybody in the company directs their intentions and actions towards safety on a daily basis to improve it. What do you guys do? How do you improve it? That is safety culture. It's all around you. It's what you can see. If you see your boss going up the stairs and he's not holding a handrail, you don't have a good safety culture. If you see pallets leaning up against the wall, scaffold tubes up against the wall, you don't have a good safety culture. If you see people cutting across where there's an isolation between pedestrians and vehicular traffic, and you see people cutting across in between the traffic, you don't have a good safety culture. If you see everybody, they stop the job, whoa guys, we've got to improve this. Whoa, let's get this under control. Hey, what can I do to help you? How can we get this safer? Then you've got a good safety culture. And that is safety culture. So simple. No need to be complicated. So simple. Thank you.